2025 Audi Q5 gets large changes you probably won't notice. The famous extravagance minimal SUV holds moderate styling and rolls out greater improvements inside, however misses the mark on module powertrain. Audi hasn't wandered a long way from its triumphant equation with the overhaul of the 2025 Q5 reduced extravagance SUV. Like its ancestor, the third-age model has clean extents, forceful styling, and great perceivability. At the point when it goes discounted in spring 2025, the Q5 will be accessible with 2 turbocharged motors and standard AWD, while a module mixture, PHEV, may join later. The German automaker has been on somewhat of an electric roll as of late, disclosing both the Audi A6 e-tron vehicle and the Q6 e-tron SUV. The Q5 in the middle between the Q4 e-tron and the approaching Q6. Like its ancestor, the 2025 Audi Q5 will be inherent San Jose, Chiapa, Mexico. More data on the U.S. market forums, including cost and at a bargain timing, will be accessible sometime in the not-too-distant future. We know up to this point this: what it rivals: Acura RDX, Alfa Romeo Stelvio, BMW X3, Buick Imagine, Cadillac XT5, beginning GD70, Infiniti QX50, Land Wanderer Reach Meanderer Velar, Lexus NX, Lincoln Corsair, Maserati Grayscale, Mercedes-Benz GLC, Porsche Macan, Volvo XC60. Powertrains: 268 horsepower, 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-chamber motor or 362 horsepower, 3.0-liter turbocharged V6 motor, 7-speed double-grip program transmission, all-wheel drive. Cost: $50,000 to $78,000, assessed. Markdown: mid/late 2025. CR's take: this third-age Q5 might be the last one that isn't crossbreed or completely electric, as Audi keeps on pushing ahead on its objective of making 33% of its setup all-electric by 2025 and getting rid of gas-powered motor models by 2033. Last upgraded for the 2018 model year, the active Q5 has been among the better extravagance minimal SUVs in our evaluations, with a solid street test score of 82. However, further opportunity arrives requiring us all, and as of late the Q5's general score has dropped, basically because of its less than ideal proprietor fulfillment score and a typical anticipated dependability rating. The 2024 model's high focuses incorporate its agreeable seats, stunningly delegated lodge, creative ride, and calm inside. Additionally, its 24 miles per gallon in general efficiency was among the best non-cross breeds in the classification. Be that as it may, in our testing we found the infotainment framework and controls disappointing to utilize. Outside, you'd be pardoned in the event that you thought Audi was acting deceptively and only renewing the overhauled 2025 Q5. However, while it seems to be the active Q5, the new model is to be sure on another stage. What's more, with deals developing at a sound clasp every year, Audi obviously doesn't have any desire to screw with a well-known model. From the front three-quarters point, the Q5 nearly seems to be the first Audi Q7 that is exactly how unmistakable the grille, front air vents, and bumpers are. While the active Q5 has a sleeker, calculated look from the hexagonal grille into the hood, the nose of the 2025 Audi Q5 shows up exceptionally upstanding. Tall, profound air admission vents flank the grille, sitting low underneath the thin, adapted headlights. While LEDs are involved front and back in the US market Q5s, government lighting guidelines actually forestall the high-level grid LEDs, and computerized light mark includes that are accessible in Europe from being sold here. From the side, there are a couple of perceptible changes. The side mirrors have moved from the highest point of the entryway board to the corner intersection where the windshield support point, edge of the clamshell hood, and side window meet. Furthermore, the profound scallop at the lower part of the entryways is more articulated, beginning at a lower point and ascending as it reaches out toward the back tires. At long last, there is a slight Coke bottle impact along the doorsill, with little flares on the main edge of the front entryway and the following edge of the back entryways. At the back, the OLED taillights sit generally on the back bumpers of the 2025 Audi Q5 and are associated by means of a light bar that runs the width of the SUV, simply over the tag region. The middle high-mounted stop light, CHMSL, will project onto the back window during slowing down, assisting with alarming any following vehicles. While the Elite Exhibition SQ5 gets a bunch of twin round tailpipes on each side, the normal Q5 gets a rectangular tailpipe on each side. The Q5 will come norm with 18-inch wheels utilizing the entire season tires, and 19 and 20-inch bundles will be discretionary. The SQ5 will be fitted with 20-inch wheels with the entire season run-punctured tires as standard gear, and 21-inch wheels with the entire season or summer tires will be discretionary. Inside. The Q5's inside is staggeringly like those of the as-of-late uncovered Audi A6 e-tron and Q6 e-tron. Like those two models, the Q5's scramble is overwhelmed by screens. The enormous 11.9-inch Audi virtual cockpit bends and mixes into the 14.5-inch Focus infotainment touchscreen. When joined with the discretionary 10.9-inch front traveler show, the Q5 highlights what Audi is calling a computerized stage that successfully ranges the full width of the scramble. This optional screen permits the traveler to transfer video content and access route. It has a security capability that works carefully to keep that screen from being noticeable to the driver and causing interruption. The Android car operating system working framework takes into consideration over-the-air updates to the infotainment framework substance, which can be altered by means of the Audi application store. This is important for the infotainment framework and doesn't need a telephone to make refreshes. The discretionary head-up show can be arranged to show data like speed, route, and media. Of note, the last Audi infotainment framework we tried was fairly clear and easy to understand. This new form seems to have a refreshed design, and will make certain to see whether it makes the driving experience simpler or adds pointless interruption. The enormous guiding wheel is leveled at the top and base and has flush, contact delicate controls as an afterthought spokes of the wheel. We've tested touch delicate controlling wheel controls on different vehicles, including some Mercedes-Benz models, since we found them too simple to even think about brushing against unintentionally. The middle controls highlight a stuff selector that likes track down and other ongoing ODIS, with a beginning/stop button and volume control in front. Double cup holders sit on the right-hand side of the control center. A cushion focus armrest covers a capacity region between the seats. Audi noticed that it's bigger than the past model. Late Audis have a deficiency of helpful in-lodge capacity, so this is a pleasant expansion. The front of the mid-control area has double USB-C associations and space for a cell phone that probably will have an accessible cooled remote charging cushion. Warming and cooling are through thin vents, which sit mid-run at the super left and right and beneath the scramble at the middle. Fortunately, they seem to have manual changes, not at all like the disappointing practice a few automakers have utilized of utilizing the touchscreen to tweak the windstream. The driver has a board mounted in front of the entryway armrest that controls works like mirror changes, lighting, and entryway locking. More conventional window controls sit further back. Back seat inhabitants will actually want to change the seat back plot for pretty much lean back, and the base pad can be pushed ahead to increment freight room or aft for more back seat legroom. Back travelers get two USB-C charging ports that can uphold energizing up to 100 watts, which permits workstations to charge. Collapsing down the back seat backs grows the freight region to up to 52 cubic feet of extra room, as indicated by Audi's estimations. The baggage cover can be put away under the freight region floor when it isn't being used. What drives it? The base motor in the 2025 Audi Q5 is a 268 horsepower, 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-chamber, mated to a 7-speed double-grasp program transmission. The superior Exhibition SQ5 rendition will utilize a 362 horsepower turbocharged V6 motor, likewise mated to the 7-speed transmission. All adaptations of the Q5 will again come norm with all-wheel drive. In our trial of the Active Age, the 248 horsepower supermotor returned 24 miles per gallon by and large. Audi gauges the new 2.0-liter motor will return somewhere in the range of 32 and 36 miles per gallon consolidated, while the SQ5 will get somewhere in the range of 27 and 29 miles per gallon in general. These are transformations of European market test cycle gauges. We will, obviously, put the Q5 through our full mileage tests when we buy our own model in 2025. While different business sectors all over the planet get a 48-volt, gentle crossover powertrain choice that gives a 24 horsepower power support, this variant will not be presented in North America. Nonetheless, it wouldn't be astonishing to see a modular crossover electric vehicle (PHEV) rendition presented not too far off. Dynamic well-being and driver help. All renditions of the Q5 will accompany a full setup of cutting-edge driver help frameworks, ADAS, including programmed crisis slowing down, AEB, with Walker Discovery, AEB that works at parkway speed, vulnerable side admonition, back cross traffic advance notice, versatile journey control, path takeoff cautioning, and driver checking for interruption and tiredness. As per Audi, another component called Versatile Driving Colleague in addition to utilizes the ADAS frameworks alongside high-goal map information and information from different vehicles to enhance traffic sign acknowledgement and help with speed increase, keeping rate and separation as well as path direction. This would permit the Q5 to follow a virtual course through a wide speed range and in rush hour gridlock dilemmas.